Our next story connects with another of our diocesan high schools, St. Joseph's High School in Pittsfield, and specifically its legendary hockey program. It's been more than 40 years now since the 1973 Magic season, experienced by Dr. Peter Drennan of Longmeadow, who played on the team that year and recently published a book about his hockey career. Steve KILTONIC has more.
The Hampden County Physician Associates in West Springfield is where Dr. Peter Drennan spends much of his waking hours. The Longmeadow resident has been in private practice in internal medicine for nearly 30 years. Drennan's office is a half-mile from the Eastern States Coliseum, which for years was home to the AHL Springfield Indians. It was in this hallowed hockey arena in 1973 that Pete Drennan played his most memorable games for the St. Joseph Crusader hockey team, a squad that battled all the way to the state title game. In 2012, Drennan wrote about his hockey career, high school experience, and that Magic season in a book entitled 16, An American Hockey Story. Drennan's first memory of organized hockey was around age 6 at the Boys Club in Pittsfield. It was here that Carl Moffat, a Canadian, was brought in to run a new youth hockey league. From Moffat, Drennan learned the basics of hockey.
He taught us those skills. He really focused on, stick handling, passing, the proper technique, skating.
At St. Joseph High, he would also play soccer and baseball. It was only in the fall of 1969, his freshman year, that the school formed its first hockey squad. A social studies teacher, Jack Charette, was named coach.
Jack was all about conditioning, really hard conditioning. That was what he was like. He wanted to push as hard as he could. There was a really good sense of humor. He knew how to relate to all the young players. He understood personalities. He knew how to get people, to laugh. And believe me, we had to laugh because we didn't win any games the first 2 years. We didn't win any games.
Despite the losses, Charette instilled a winning attitude, and the players believed in themselves. During Drennan's junior year, things began to turn around. St. Joe's won 3 games, and Drennan was all-league as a forward. Going into the 1972-73 season, there was cause for optimism. A strong sophomore and freshman class emerged, which included Drennan's brother Paul. And Bobby Shea, Drennan's first cousin, proved to be a consistent scorer. Charette also asked Drennan, one of the tri-captains, to switch to defense. The team looked so young, the Berkshire Eagle coined them the Choir Boys, and the team's first line, the Communion Line.
It was a team that was coming on. It was very well conditioned. It was really committed. The lines were gelling.
St. Joe's won 14 games during the regular season. Drennan was the Iron Man, rarely coming out of a game. The Crusaders won the Hennessy Division over arch-rival Pittsfield High and entered the state tournament. They first overwhelmed Commerce of Springfield 7-0, and then won the Western Mass Division II title by routing East Hampton 7-2 before 5,500 fanatical fans at the storied Eastern States Coliseum, now part of a bygone era.
Smoke-filled arenas, popcorn, all over the aisles, and it had a special atmosphere about it.
A few nights later, again in the Coliseum, St. Joe's defeated another group of Crusaders, Central Division champ Notre Dame of Fitchburg, 4-2 in an exciting, hard-fought battle. On March 20th, 1973, St. Joe's took on Easter champ Wayland for the Division II state championship. The game was played at the brand spanking new Springfield Civic Center, which today is known as the Mass Mutual Center. Wayland was a powerhouse squad and had beaten several Division I opponents during the season. And after the first period, the Crusaders were outmatched, and it appeared as if their dream season of a state title was slowly fading. Outshot 10-4, St. Joe's was lucky to be down only 1-0. In the second period, St. Joe's stormed back. Drennan scored the tying goal on a power play, and the game turned around. Shea got a breakaway to go up 3-2, the Communion Line scored the final goal, and St. Joe's hung on for a 4-3 victory, and with it, the mythical state title.
I think it's that chemistry, that we came together, that we played as a team, that we really believed, that there was a total unselfishness. At the end of it, it was joy, it was elation.
Today, the trophy from that championship season can be found in the school hallway among all the other St. Joe sports hardware. A bit tarnished, perhaps, and missing part of the hockey stick, but there to inspire future generations of hockey players. Pete went on to play hockey at the Hill, a prep school, but gave it up at Providence College to pursue medicine. Drennan, married now with 3 children of his own, says the lessons learned on the ice during those formative years have never really left him.
That's what this story is about, the character formation of a young athlete and how important that is to how you're going to carry that out in what you do later on. That doesn't leave. The player doesn't totally leave. It was a real meshing of that entire community of Pittsfield. A story of people pulling together, great coaching. All I could say is I felt blessed.
And it's okay if the team got a little help from above.
Believe me, God's in hockey rinks. He's in locker rooms. It's not a place he doesn't go. He wasn't far away. He wasn't too far away at all.
Every so often, Pete Drennan will take the short trip down Memorial Drive and go through Gate 2 to the Coliseum. It's a constant reminder of the 1972-73 season and that championship team. For a few moments, he can reminisce a bit, hear the crowd, and once again be number 16, anchoring the defense on that team of destiny, the St. Joseph Crusaders. For Reel to Reel, I'm Steve KILTONIC.